I'm opening up this video to the larger YouTube community, especially those who are interested in philosophy. If you guys could write in the comments some links to videos about Ludwig Wittgenstein and Wittgenstein and Nietzsche. I'm going to a nearby library tomorrow to listen to a lecture on Nietzsche, and I'm not really interested in very much in any Nietzsche's ideas. Nietzsche to me is reactive and not really up my alley, but in a way he is, because he's a great example of the unbeliever. Religious dissident. But what I'm looking for is I want to learn more about Wittgenstein's ideas about religious faith, why they call him the religious agnostic. I want to know more about how faith informs Wittgenstein's thought, and I want to know about the differences between Nietzsche's ideas on religious faith and Wittgenstein's ideas on religious faith, particularly Christianity. I don't care about other religions. So if you guys have any resources for that, any videos, or you want to put up a video about it, that would be wonderful. I'm going to do some more research myself. I'm trying to get a hold of some academic essays. There's a lot of material on the web about this. Unfortunately, you have to have a JSTOR account. You have to pay all this money to get access to these academic articles, which I'm not really interested in doing. Oftentimes, you read academic article, and they're not very good in the first place. Kind of makes me long for the days where I had access to all the scholarly journals when I went to SUNY Albany or SUNY New Paltz, and I could just easily log in and get access. Which makes me wonder, I might still have access to New Paltz. However, neither here nor there. Like I said, I'm going to the library tomorrow at 4 o'clock over in Salisbury, Connecticut. There's a talk on Nietzsche, and I guess the head of the philosophy department at the University of Massachusetts at Lowell is going to be there, and he's going to be talking about Nietzsche and hiking, I guess is, but I have a feeling this guy has a lot of understanding about Wittgenstein, and I may just throw something out on him about Wittgenstein and see what's up. I'm also friends with Wittgenstein scholar over in Great Barrington. I have a Wittgenstein book of his upstairs in my room, a supposedly very rare one. I have to get back to him, but he told me I can't contact him until I read his master's thesis, and I just haven't really had the time. And he's not he's a very intelligent man, but he's not necessarily a ripping reader. I mean, a ripping writer. I'm not necessarily a page turner. Although this guy's master's thesis is extremely interesting. It's about the Jewish Holocaust and how FDR kind of stood on the sidelines and didn't do about it, even though he knew about it. And typical lib response, huh? But anyway, I'm going to cut this video short, and I'm just bringing out a general inquiry into Wittgenstein and Nietzsche. If there's any information about these two, I read Wittgenstein's book, Truth and Culture, where he references Nietzsche twice. Obviously, he knew who Nietzsche was, but it didn't seem like Wittgenstein was very interested in Nietzsche, and I can't blame him. I don't find Nietzsche that interesting. He's kind of a dissolute, what's the word for he's kind of like a libertine, kind of just not very interesting. I mean, I know he was kind of popular some time ago. He's very popular in secular circles and atheist circles. Atheism doesn't really interest me at all. I think atheism is a form of ignorance. I think that atheists are oftentimes the most ignorant people in the room, and I much prefer speaking to agnostics, and I much prefer speaking to Catholics and people of faith. and I'm interested in philosophers who have respect for religion, like Wittgenstein, who viewed faith as the greatest appreciation of, as the greatest aspect of humanity. So Wittgenstein was a philosopher of genius intellect, akin to Nietzsche, but he probably way more intelligent than Nietzsche, but he respects religion, whereas Nietzsche denigrates it and hates it because of his background. So anyway, I'm going to cut this video short because I'm not really offering any content myself right now, but I am putting it out there that I am interested in any kind of information regarding Wittgenstein and Nietzsche. If you guys have any really good links on Nietzsche, Wittgenstein with religious belief, give me some scholarly articles, anything like that, go ahead and post them up. Thank you for your time.